Friends, good afternoon. Today we are discussing the question answer that is first of the chapter Heredity. Okay, I hope you have covered this chapter. So we are discussing the question answer in this session. Okay, so how we are discussing the question answer? So that is first we are discussing the multiple choice question, 1 mark question. After that, 3 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark, and 4 mark question. Like this, we are discussing in this session. Okay, so here first what you learned in heredity chapter. The first thing what you learned in heredity chapter, the very important thing, so that is about the laws of inheritance, right? Mendel's laws of inheritance. Inheritance. So in the laws of inheritance means how the characters, so they will transfer from one generation to the next generation that you have studied in this chapter. So this concept is mainly studied by the scientist Gregor Johann Mendel, and the scientist he gave the two laws, that is how the characters are transmitting and how they are separate, and they will express in the next generation. So for this studies, he made the two important studies, that is the monohybrid cross and the dihybrid cross. Monohybrid cross means the single contrasting characters were taken from the plants, so they are crossed and this character is studied. And dihybrid cross means two contrasting characters of the plants were taken for the experiment and studied. So these are the very important topic in this chapter. And after that we studied sex determination, how the sex determination takes place in the human beings. Okay, so these all are the important topics of this chapter. So just recall this and move to the next slide. It's the first question, multiple choice question. Okay. If a round green seeded pea plant, capital R, small y, capital R is crossed with wrinkled yellow seeded pea plant, the seeds produced in F1 generation are. So here capital R, small y, right? And small r, capital Y. Here, a round green and wrinkled yellow seeds. Here, the capital R or capital Y is the dominant character. In the F1 generation, what happens in the F1 generation? What type of the plants will form in the F1 generation? So here, capital R, capital Y, small y. That is round yellow seeds, because this is the dominant character and this small y represents the recessive character. Okay, so round yellow seeds are produced in the F1 generation. Okay, the correct answer is round yellow seeds. Next question. A pure dominant pea plant producing round yellow seeds crossed with pure recessive plant producing Here is the first question. I hope my voice is audible now. If a round green seeded pea plant RRYY is crossed with wrinkled yellow seeded pea plant, that is the small r capital Y seeds produced in the F1 generation R. Here R R Y small y and wrinkle seeds, that is small r
and yellow, wrinkled yellow seeds. Here, this capital R and capital Y is the dominant character and small y and small r is the recessive character, right? Here, what we have to do in the F1 generation, what type of the plants will form? So, in the F1 generation, R, capital R, capital Y, small y. That is round yellow seeds. So, option C is the correct answer for the question number 1. Question number 2. A pure dominant pea plant producing round yellow seeds. A pure dominant plant producing round yellow seeds crossed with pure recessive pea plant producing the wrinkled green seeds. Okay, I will write the wrinkled green seeds like this: small r, small r, small r, small y, small y. Okay. The number of plants bearing round green seeds in F1 generation of Mendel's experiment. In the F1 generation, when these two plants were crossed, capital R, capital R, capital Y, crossed with small r, small y. Okay. The number of plants bearing the green seeds in the F1 generation. Here, round yellow seeds will be formed, but there is no formation of the green seeds. Green seeds ಏನಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, produce ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So, option A is the correct answer. Next question. Mendel's conducted his famous breeding experiments by working on the following. So, which of the following is chosen for his experiment? Drosophila, Escherichia coli, Pisum sativum, all of these. So here he chose, you know that pea plant, right? Pea plant. What is the scientific name of the pea plant? That is Pisum sativum. Okay. So here scientific name is given Pisum sativum, pea plant. That is nothing but the pea plant. Next question. Which section of DNA provides information for one protein? You know that the segment of DNA that codes for the protein. That protein is responsible for the character development, right? Here, which part of the DNA? Is it nucleus, chromosome, trait, gene? Nucleus is not present in DNA. Chromosome, so it is not it is not present inside the DNA. DNA is present inside the chromosome, right? Trait, that is the meaning of the character. And gene, yes. So these genes, so they are providing the information for one protein. Okay. Correct answer is option D. See the fifth question. In peas, a pure tall plant. Okay, pure tall plant is represented like this. It's crossed with a pure short plant. That is small t. The ratio of pure tall plants to pure short plants in the F2 generation is, in the F1 generation, what happens? Capital T. So that is crossed with the dwarf plants, short plants. So in the F1 generation, all the plants were, so they are tall plants, right? So in the F1 generation, when this F1 generation is crossed, F1 into F1, okay? F1 plants are self-pollinated, means TT crossed with TT, okay? So here in the F2 generation, capital T, capital T, small t, and capital T, small t, and small t. Here, this capital T that represents the tall plants here. So these three are tall plants and this is the short plant. What is the ratio in the F1 generation? That is 3:1. Tall plant and short plant ratio is 3:1. Option B is the correct answer. Next question. A zygote which has an X chromosome inherited from the father will develop into a boy, girl. X chromosomes does not determine the sex of the child, either boy or girl. Here, what is the question? So there is a zygote. Okay, there is a zygote. So you know that in the human beings, total 46 chromosomes will be there, means 23 pairs. That 23rd pair, that is the sex chromosome, right? So in human beings, it should be XX or XY, right? Here, the zygote which has an X chromosome inherited from the father. Already it has the X chromosome from the father. So this zygote that is having the X chromosome from the father, and what will be the that zygote will develop? What is the sex of that zygote? So how we can determine this? You know that always female egg that contain the X chromosome. So the resultant will be XX. The zygote is having the chromosome XX, means the zygote will develop into a female. You know that XY is a male, XX is the female. Already you know that X is from the father. Always the mother is having the X chromosome. So the resultant will develop into a girl, right? But if it is Y, so that is inherited from the father. Y chromosome is inherited from the father. Okay, so just change a zygote which has an Y chromosome. Okay, I'm changing the question. Y chromosome inherited from the father. What will it develop into? Y chromosome from the father, and always mother is having the X chromosome in the egg, right? So it will develop into a boy. Okay, so like this. So for this question, answer is girl. Next question. Read the question carefully. Two pea plants, one with round green seeds, and yellow, another with wrinkled yellow seeds. Okay. Produce F1 progeny that have round yellow seeds. F1 seeds are having the round yellow character. When F1 plants were self-pollinated, F2 progeny will have new combination of the characters. So for this, you should know the Mendel's dihybrid cross, right? Two characters were hybridized here, two characters of the plants. Here, R, R, Y, Y. That is crossed with small r, capital Y, capital Y. You know that F1 generation will be, all are having the round yellow seeds, right? Round yellow seeds. What will be the new combination of the F2 generation? So here, new combination you have to find out. Round yellow, round yellow is not a combination which is present in the parent, right? In the parent, you know that round green seeds that is already present in the parental generation, and round yellow, sorry, this is wrinkled yellow. Wrinkled yellow is already present in the parent generation. So what you have to find out, what is the new combination? New combination is round yellow seeds will form and wrinkled green. Round yellow and wrinkled green. So option 1 and 4. So option B is the correct answer. I hope you are getting the answer. That is option B, 1 and 4. Next question. If a normal cell of human body contains 23 pairs, not 46 pairs, 46 chromosomes, then the number of chromosomes in a sex cell of a human being is most likely to be. You know that in the human beings, 23 pairs, okay, 23 pairs means how many? 46 chromosomes will be there. Then the number of chromosomes in a sex cell. Sex cell means, for example, or you can call a gamete. In a gamete, number of chromosomes in a gamete. Okay, just change it. Number of chromosomes in a gamete. Gamete means it may be a egg or sperm. What is the number of chromosomes in a gamete of a human beings most likely to be? Okay, so that is egg or in a sperm, how many chromosomes will be present? That is only how many chromosomes? 23 chromosomes are present, not 46. In an adult, in a zygote, 46 chromosomes will be present, but in a sperm or in an egg, only 23 chromosomes are present. Okay. So when they combine, when they form the zygote, 23 chromosomes from the male and 23 from the female, and they will fuse from the zygote that is having the 46 chromosomes. Okay, so correct answer is 23. Next question. Independent inheritance of two separate traits, shape and color of seeds in Mendel's cross on pea plants resulted in an observable ratio of. So here in the dihybrid cross means independent inheritance of two separate characters. So based on the shape and color. So he has taken the round yellow seeds or round green seeds and wrinkled yellow seeds like that. So here what is the ratio of the F2 generation plants? What type of the plants he got? So that ratio is 9 is to, very important, 3 is to 3 is to 1. Remember this. This is the ratio of the dihybrid cross. That is the observable ratio, means phenotypic characters. It is called 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. Next question. A cross between tall pea plant and short pea plant resulted in the progenies that were all tall plants because here in the F1 generation, all were the tall plants. You know that T is crossed with the small t, small t. Small t represents the recessive character. Here in the F1 generation, when these plants are crossed, all the plants were tall because capital T, that is the dominant character. What is the reason behind this? Why all plants were tall? Because tallness is the recessive trait. Tallness is not a recessive trait, right? Shortness is a dominant trait. Shortness is not a dominant trait. Recessive trait means which is not expressed, but here tallness is expressed, and the dominant means which is expressed. Okay, recessive means which is not expressed. Height of a pea plant is not governed by a gene T or T. Tallness is the dominant trait. Here, which is the correct sentence related to this question? Here, what we can say, T is the capital T, tallness, that represents the tallness is the dominant trait. Small t, shortness is the recessive trait, which will not express in the F1 generation. Okay. So we have discussed total 10 multiple choice question. Now we are discussing one more question related to this chapter. Okay. What is the sex of child born by receiving X chromosome from father? The same question already we have discussed. Here mother always carries the X chromosome in egg. Okay, the egg which is produced by the mother, so that carries X chromosome always X will be there. But the sperm, it may contain X. Okay, just imagine this is the sperm. It may contain Y, either X or Y. So this X, you know, always mother is having the X chromosome. What is the sex of the child born by receiving the X chromosome from the father? So here father is inheriting the X chromosome to the sperm and X chromosome from the mother. What will be the sex of the child? The sex of the child, that will be a female. Female. Okay. If I change this question again, what is the sex of the child born by receiving the Y chromosome? Y chromosome from the father. So X chromosome, that will be from the mother always, and Y chromosome here given. So XY. XY means that will develop into a male. So like this, one mark question will be asked. Next question. What is heredity? What do you mean by heredity? So the chapter name, what is heredity, right? Heredity is the very simple. Heredity is the transmission of characters from parents to the offsprings. How the characters, so heredity is nothing but some characters they are able to transmit from parents to the next generation offsprings. So that is called as a heredity. Can note down this question. Next question. Name the scientist who worked on rules of inheritance. So here, the scientist who worked on the rules of the inheritance, the dominant traits, one will be expressed, one will not able to express, and inheritance, how the two characters, when the two characters contrasting characters are hybridized, then they are able to separate and form the new combinations, right? So here the scientist name is Gregor Johann Mendel. Gregor Johann Mendel. Next question. Write the contrasting characters of the pea plant which are used by the Mendels for his experiment. Actually, Mendel chose the pea plants because they are able to grow in a short period and they are having the multiple contrasting characters to study, and many more characters he observed. But write the characters of the pea plant which are used by the Mendels for his experiment. He chose several characters for his experiment. That is, first one, Mendel used several contrasting visible characters of the garden peas, that is, round or wrinkled seeds, round seeds or wrinkled seeds, tall or short plants, white or violet flowers, or the position of the flowers. So these all are the characters they are chosen by the scientist for his experiment. Okay, so these are the few characters which are given. The seed, round or wrinkled, or the color of the seed, so that is yellow and green, tall or short plants, the color of the flower, that is white or violet flowers. So these are the some characters. Note down this point. Next question. What is dominant trait? Already I used this term, dominant, recessive. Dominant trait means the trait which is expressed. For example, the tall plants which are having the capital T and small t. So here the expressed trait. So here capital T is expressed, right? So that is called as a dominant trait. The characters which are expressed in the presence of the another type of the allele, so they are called as a dominant traits. The expressed trait is called as a dominant trait. Then what is recessive trait? For example, in the monohybrid cross, capital T and small t, in the F1 generation, capital T and small t, so these are the plants formed in the F1 generation, right? Means tall plants. But here, this is small t that is responsible for the short plant that is not expressed. So this character is called as a recessive trait, which is not expressed. The suppressed character, the suppressed trait is called as a recessive character. Okay. Next question. What is the phenotypic ratio of the dihybrid cross? Phenotypic ratio means observable. Okay. Observable characters. What you observe in the dihybrid cross. Okay, what is the phenotypic ratio of the dihybrid cross? In the F2 generation, you can add. In the F2 generation, 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. Okay, so this is the ratio. Very important. Remember this. 9 round yellow seed producing plants like that. Okay, 1 green and wrinkle seed producing plant like this. So, totally 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. Next question. When pure breeding tall plants are crossed with pure breeding dwarf plants, means short plants. F1 generation plants are tall or dwarf. Okay, let us do this. Here, when pure breeding tall plants means I will take it as a capital T, capital T. Okay, and crossed with pure breeding dwarf plants, small t. The F1 plants they all were tall plants, right? Because this capital T, if capital T is present, that is suppressing the shortness, that means the dwarf genes. So here in the F1 plant, in the F1 generation, all the plants were tall plants, not a dwarf plants, tall plants. Okay. So these are the some 1 mark questions. Next, we are discussing some long answer question. Okay. So already we have discussed the multiple choice questions and some 1 mark question. Let us discuss the some long answer question. Okay. So this is very important question. So let us read the question. Round green color seeds producing the pea plant, capital R, small y, are crossed with wrinkled yellow color seeds producing pea plant. Okay, that is small r, capital Y. Show the result F2 generation with the help of the checkerboard and mention the ratio of the varieties. Okay, so after completion of the writing, you should write the after completion of this checkerboard, you should write the ratio of that varieties. Okay, so let us take the capital R, small y, that is round green seeds. Okay, here round green seeds are capital R, small y. Okay, so that is crossed with yellow wrinkled yellow seeds. Here, capital Y represents the dominant character. In the F1 generation, what happens? Here, capital R, small y. The gamete is producing is capital R, small y. And here, small r, capital Y. So, F1 generation, that is having the capital R, capital Y, small y. Means all are having the round yellow seeds. All are producing the round yellow seeds in the F1 generation. Let us take the F2 generation. F2 generation ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? F1 into F1 means F1 plants were cross-pollinated. Self-pollinated. Self-pollinated. That is capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Crossed with the same capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Okay, so this is the F1 plants where they are crossed. Round yellow seeds were crossed. Okay, so this is the first step. In the second step, you should find out the gametes produced by these plants and you should use the checkerboard for your convenience. So checkerboard use ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಇದನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, let us take the gametes producing in the F1 generation. I will take like this. Okay, so these are the gametes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so here the gametes are produced in the crossing between the round yellow seeds. They are capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r, capital Y, and small r, small y. Okay, and here also in this section also you should write capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r, capital Y, small r, small y. Alva. So next you should write you should multiply this. When these are the gametes. When these gametes were fused, so these are the gametes produced by the male and this is by the female. Okay, so you should fuse that. When they fuse, R, first R, R, Y, Y. So all are round yellow, right? Here, capital R, next this with this one. Capital R, capital R, capital Y, small y. Okay. Next, capital R, small r, capital Y, capital Y. This is also R, R, Y, Y. Okay. Capital R, capital Y, sorry, capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. So here, observe this here, all are, they are producing the round yellow seeds, right? So these are producing the round yellow. All these four are producing the round yellow seeds. Next, so this gamete, capital R, here, capital Y, small y. Okay, so this is also round yellow. Next, capital R, but here small y, small y. Small y means round green. Round green seeds. Okay. Next, here capital R, small y, capital Y, small y. These are producing the round yellow seeds. Alva. Then R, capital R, small y, small y. Here also round green seeds. Okay. Round green seeds. So this is also round green seed and this one also round green seed. Remaining all are round yellow seeds. Alva. Next nodi. Capital R, small r. Here capital Y. This is also round yellow. And next one, capital R. ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ, ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ನೀವು ಹಾಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ನೋಟ್ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಆರ್, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಆರ್, ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ವಿತ್ ಆಲ್ gametes. Okay, small r, capital Y, small y. That is also round yellow seed. Next, small r, capital Y, capital Y. This is wrinkled. This is wrinkled wrinkled yellow seed. This is also special variety, wrinkled yellow seed, right? Then again here R, capital Y, small y. This is also wrinkled yellow seed. Next one, capital R, capital Y, small y. So this is round yellow seed. Total 9 round yellow seeds will be formed. Next one, see, capital R, small y. This is round green seeds. Total round green seeds, 3 seeds are produced. And here, small r, capital Y. This is wrinkled yellow seed. Wrinkled yellow seeds, already 3 seeds. Okay. Last one, small r, small y. This is wrinkled green seed. Wrinkled green seed. Okay. So here total round yellow seeds 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. So total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Total round yellow seeds they are 9, and round green seeds they are 3, and wrinkled yellow seeds they are also 3 here, and wrinkled green seed that is 1. So the ratio is 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. So here in your book it is given. So you can practice this. Okay. Don't by heart this. So if you write the gametes in these two row, so you can write first. Okay. Once again I will explain how to make this combination. Okay. First take the first row. Okay. This with the ry, and this one. So you should write the combination. Next take the second gamete, that is capital R, small y. So again you should make the combination with this, and next take the third one, fourth one, like that. Okay. Next question. How is sex of a child determined in human beings? So you have to explain this question. Okay. This question may be asked for 2 mark or 3 mark question. How is the sex of a child determined in a human beings? In a human beings, all the chromosomes, they are not paired. Most human chromosomes have maternal and a paternal copy and have 22 such pairs. Total chromosomes in human beings 23. Okay. 22 chromosomes, they are similar in both male and females. But one pair of chromosomes, they are different in male and female. But one pair is not always perfect pair. A woman is having the XX chromosomes, that is the 23rd pair. If it is XX chromosome, then it is a female. The 23rd pair, if it is a XY chromosome, then it will be a male. Okay. So that is a mismatch. Then all children inherit a X chromosome from the mother. All the children, they inherit always the mother is having the X chromosome in its egg. Okay. But the father, either the sperm of the father, either it may contain X chromosome or Y chromosome. So the sex of the child will be determined by the father, because the sperm may contain X chromosome, either X chromosome or Y chromosome. If the X chromosome is present in the sperm, then the resulting baby will be girl, and if the Y chromosome is present in the sperm, then the resulting baby will be boy, XY. So like this you should explain the how sex is determined in the human beings. Okay. So first about the 22 pairs of the chromosomes, and the 23rd pair, that is not similar in male and female. In the female XX chromosome, in the male XY chromosome, and the egg always contain the X chromosome, and the sperm, it may contain X or Y, either X or Y chromosome. So like this you should write the answer. Next question. How are the traits of organisms classified as dominant and recessive traits? The experience of individual acquired during in lifetime cannot be passed on its progeny. Why? Here, how the traits, the characters are classified dominant character and recessive character. So how you will decide the dominant character and the recessive character? So if you write the simple definition, the character which is expressed, the character which is expressed, that is called as a dominant character. Okay, so instead of presence of the one more type of the allele, the character which is expressed, that is called as a dominant, which is not expressed, which is suppressed. Okay, which is suppressed trait is called as a recessive trait. Here one more question is there. The experience of an individual acquired during its lifetime cannot be passed on its progeny. Some characters that will transfer, for example, skin color, eye color, hair color. So these are the, and some other characters, they will transfer from parents to the next generation, right? But the acquired characters, so the character which are acquired in the lifetime of the organism, so that is not passed to the next generation. Why? Because so the acquired characters, they will not by the proteins produced, so they will not by the genetic expression, right? So they are acquired, not by the inheritance or not by the genetic change, so they are not passed to the next generation. But here one thing I want to mention, mm, so you can write the answer like this, okay, which is expressed and which will not express. Next question. Tall pea plant producing red flowers. So that is having the TTRR is crossed with short pea plants, that is having the small t and small r. Mention the type of plants produced in this, in the F1 generation. Okay. So let us start the here. Tall TT red color flower producing plants crossed with short, which color? Short plants producing the white flowers. Okay. So here what we can say, this capital T is the dominant character and small t is the recessive character. So what are the gametes they produce? So they produce capital T, capital R here, small t, small r. So these are the gametes produced. The F1 generation, so when these gametes fuse, F1 generation will be capital T, small t, capital R, small r. What type of the plants were produced in the F1 generation? The question is like that. What type of the plants produced in the F1 generation? That is tall, red color. Tall, red color flowers. Okay. Tall, red color flowers were formed in the F1 generation. What is the question? Mention the type of plants produced from these plants in the F1 generation, that is tall red flowers. Write the ratio of the plants obtained in the F2 generation by crossing the F1 plants generation and name the varieties of the plants obtained. So when the F2 generation, how F2 generation is obtained? F2 generation, capital T, small t, capital R, small r. When it is crossed with the capital T, small t, capital R, small r. when it is crossed, they produce the gametes. So you can write it using the checkerboard. Okay. Here. Again, just I will show what type of the plants will form in the F1 generation, F2 generation. Okay. Here, capital T, the gametes were capital T, capital R, capital T, small r. Here, capital R, small t, and small r, small t. These are the gametes. Here also, the gametes, capital T, capital R, that is the first gamete. Another is capital T, small r. Next, capital R, small t. And last gamete is, just a minute. Here, the gametes last one is small r, small t, and this gamete. So what type of the gametes will produced here? Here, small t, capital R. You can write like this, okay? So that will be convincing. Small t, capital R. Here also you can write like this. Small t, small r. Here also you can write like this. Small t, small r. Okay. So in the first, so these are the gametes. You should write the correct gametes. Then only you will get the correct combination. Okay. First one, capital T, capital T, capital R, capital R. So all are red and tall and red color flowers. Capital T, capital T, capital R, small r. All are red and tall plants. Next one, capital T, small t, capital R, capital R. All are tall and red color flowers. Next one, capital T, small t, capital R, small r. So all are red and tall, red color flower producing tall plants. Next one, capital T, capital T, capital R, small r. Next one, capital T, small r, small r. So this is tall plants but producing the white color flowers. Next one, capital T, small t, and capital R, small r. So this is also red and uh, tall plant, red color producing tall plants. Then last one, T, capital T, small r, small r. So this is also a same tall plant but producing the white flowers. Okay, so this is the new combination, and they asked what is the combination, what is the ratio of the plants produced in the F2 generation. They didn't ask about the checkerboard, but you can do it. Okay, so if it is a 4-mark question, 3-mark question, you can draw the checkerboard. Okay, next one, capital T, small t, capital R, capital R. This is also a red color flower producing tall plant. Next one, capital T, small t, capital R, small r. So this is also a red color and tall plant. Next one, small t, capital R, capital R. This is another type, that is the red color flower producing dwarf plant. Okay. Next one, this is small t, capital R, smaller. So this is also a red color flower producing dwarf plant. Last one here, capital T, small t, capital R, smaller. So this is a red color flower producing tall plant. Total red color flower producing 9 plants were produced. Then this is capital T, smaller. This is a tall but producing the white flowers. Next one, small t and capital R, smaller. This is a red color flower producing dwarf plant. Last one, T, T, R, R. Okay. So what are the new combination produced here? Tall but producing the which type of the flowers? White flowers. So they are 3 in number. Okay. And dwarf but producing the red color flowers. So they are also 3 in number. 1, 2 and here 3. They are also 3. And tall and producing the red color flowers, they are 9 in numbers. Okay. And last one, dwarf plant and producing the white flower, that is 1. So the ratio is 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. And you should write which type of plants are 9 and 3, 3. What type of the plants are producing 3 and next 1. So that you have to write. Okay. Next question. Pure short pea plant is crossed with pure tall pea plant represent the results obtained in the F2 generation of monohybrid cross. Here single character is taken for the hybridization. So it is called as a monohybrid cross. With the help of checkerboard, the mention the ratio of the types of the plants obtained. Okay. So here using the checkerboard, this question you should solve using the checkerboard in the monohybrid cross. You know that tall plants, that is the pure tall plants, that is represented as TT, and dwarf plants, that is small t. Okay. And the gametes, they are TT and these are the gametes. In the F1 generation, they are tall plants, that is having the combination T and T. F2 generation you should represent in the checkerboard. How we will represent? So these are the gametes. Sorry. This is the F1 generation. You should represent using the, you can represent using the checkerboard. In the F2 generation checkerboard also you can write like this. So here capital T, small t, these are the gametes, and here capital T and this is the small t. So again you should cross capital T, this capital T, small t, and capital T, small t, small t, small t. So this is the checkerboard. Okay. Here no need to draw the checkerboard, but this checkerboard is very important. Okay. So here total, see the progeny is 1, 2, 3, 4 plants were produced. That is T, 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 small t, capital T, small t, and small t. Okay. So here 3 were, they are tall plants and 1 is short plant. The ratio is 3 is to 1. Very important. Practice the checkerboard for this. Next question. When a tall pea plant is crossed with dwarf, so already the T, capital T and small t is given, represent the result obtained in the F2 generation monohybrid cross. With the help of the checkerboard, mention the ratio of the varieties of the plant. So that is the same question what we discussed last one. That is also a same question, but repeatedly it is asked in the different old question paper. Mendel, write down the question. Mendel crossed the plants bearing red flowers, red RR, okay, with the plants bearing the R R. Okay, they are producing the white flowers. The produced progeny from them, they produce the progeny from them, that is called as a RR. Okay, red color flower producing plants. The plants with red flowers obtained in F1 generation, in the F1 generation, were different from the plants with the red flowers of the parental generation. Why? Explain with reasons. See here, what is the question? First, try to understand the question. Here, this is the parental generation given pure breeding, red color flower producing plants. Here, pure breeding, that is white color flower producing plants, right? Here, these plants were crossed and producing the flowers, that is red color flowers. The genetic combination is capital R and small r. But these plants were, they are different from the parental generation which produced the red color flower. How they are different? Why they are different? So what is the reason? Here, this red color flower producing in the parental generation, that is the homozygous condition. Pure breeding plant, homozygous pure breeding means it is having the RR. But in the progeny, in the F1 generation, it is having the capital R and small r, right? It's genetically different from its parent. You can write the answer like this. The cross between the capital R and small r, so they are producing this progeny, that is the heterozygous in condition. So here this capital R is the dominant trait and small r is the recessive trait. So because of that, capital R is the dominant trait and small r is the recessive trait. So because of that, in the F1 generation, red color flowers are expressed, not the white color flowers. So that you have to explain. Next question. Write the difference between the sex chromosomes of man and sex chromosomes of woman, and sex of the child is determined by the father. How? Okay. So here the question is, write the difference between the X chromosome and the Y chromosome. Okay. So compared to the X chromosome, Y chromosome is short. So it is long compared to the Y chromosome. X chromosome is large, or you can write long. Okay. Y chromosomes have less genes compared to the X chromosomes. X chromosomes have more genes compared to the Y chromosomes. Then X chromosomes here, they are responsible for some characters in females. Y chromosome, that is responsible for the male characters, the male like character in the males. Okay, so that is the main difference between the two chromosomes. Here, sex of the child is determined by the father. How? You have to explain. Egg that contain the X chromosome always. Egg contains X chromosome always, but sperm may contain X, either X or Y chromosomes, either X or Y chromosomes. If the sperm containing X chromosome fuses with the egg, the resulting baby will be female. If the sperm containing Y chromosome fuses with the X chromosome, the resulting baby will be boy. Okay, so for this reason, the sex of the child is determined by the father, not by the mother. Okay, so students, we have discussed some question based on the heredity chapter. If you have any doubts, you can comment in the video, just in the comment box. Okay. I hope this session is useful for you people. Thank you. If you have any doubts, please comment on the comment box. Okay. Thank you.